Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Encinitas. We're the daily podcast that gets you started on the right foot and always with a positive vibe. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, November 20th. Not to worry, it's a short week. You'll be interested to know today is National Pay Back Your Parents Day. Do something special every November 20th on National Pay Back Your Parents Day. The holiday organizers suggest you pay them in cash, but I'm going to suggest you pay them back in hugs. Hugs are so much better. And there's 3 more days until Turkey Day. Don't forget to clean your kitchen before people start showing up. Now let's check out the weather in our area. This morning it's sunny and 54 degrees with 59% humidity. Tonight, the sun will set at 4:44 p.m. and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:23 a.m. It looks like we're in for a day of sun and warm winds. It will be sunny with a high near 67. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour becoming northwest in the afternoon. Tonight, it will be mostly clear with a low around 57. Warm east winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. The reason for the winds, around 2 p.m. the Santa Anas will kick up a bit. Dry conditions will persist through the Thanksgiving Day holiday, but temperatures will taper back to more seasonal conditions as onshore flow returns. Upper 60s are expected at the coast and low 70s are in the forecast for the valleys. It will be cooler over the mountains with temperatures from the upper 50s, and the desert region will be closer to the upper 70s. Now here is some info from surfline.com. The waves in Encinitas will be fair, early on, thigh to stomach high, trailing off as the day moves on. Today might be the best day of the week in this specific area. The short-term surf forecast for Tuesday, November 22nd is as follows. Small short period, northwest swell dominance, along with some south to southwest and west-southwest swell. Tuesday brings mainly small southwest and south to southwest swell. Conditions vary with offshore flow Monday morning, turning side to onshore later, and light to moderate offshore winds on Tuesday. Expect waist-high surf on average, possibly chest-high in top combo spots. The first low tide today will be at 3 feet, right around 9 a.m. with a 2.3-foot high tide at 2:30 p.m. The nearshore buoy at Scripps in La Jolla reads 64 degrees for the water temperature. In the national weather, we have a storm tracking across the west and a pre-Thanksgiving storm with potential travel impacts for the east. A cold front is producing strong winds, high elevation snows, coastal and valley rains, and a surge of cold air across much of the western U.S. A pre-Thanksgiving storm may bring areas of severe thunderstorms, gusty winds, heavy rain, and heavy snow from the central to the eastern U.S. early in the week, which will impact travel. And now a greeting from our sponsor. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real, south, just north of Encinitas Boulevard. This cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in the divine experience of their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini during lunch or just breeze through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5, so stop on by and grab a coffee and pastry to go. And don't forget to tell them Sunny sent you. Let's switch over to transportation and check out the planes, trains, and automobiles for a moment. San Diego International Airport's Terminal 1 marks a significant achievement as the steel structure is completed, advancing the new terminal's construction. The first phase is set to open in late summer 2025, promising expanded space, a parking plaza, and a dedicated arrivals roadway. They estimate they are just about at the halfway point of the project. Also, if you are planning to use the train for travel this week, a reservation may be required due to the spike in holiday travelers. Be sure to visit PacificSurfliner.com and go on CTD.com for the coaster to get your tickets well before your day of travel. Now on to some national news. In Silver Spring, Maryland, over 500 people, including families from 14 countries like Ukraine and Afghanistan, participated in the 11th Annual Refugees Thanksgiving organized by the African Community Center of the D.C. metro area. The event aimed to bring refugees closer to their new communities, fostering understanding and unity. Attendees experiencing their first Thanksgiving embraced the tradition of gratitude, offering an opportunity to share stories and connect across diverse backgrounds, making the adjustment to life in the U.S. a bit easier. That's awesome. I love to hear about good news like that. And now for some sports scores. In the NFL, the 49ers beat the Buccaneers in Santa Clara, California, 27-14. The Chargers on the road in Green Bay took the L, 23-20, falling to 4-6 on the season. And the Rams won at home against the Seahawks, 17-16. In case you missed it, late night, on Sunday Night Football, we've got a nail-biter in Denver. Rusty Wildog did his best to bring the Broncos back for the victory, and his best tonight was good enough to get the win 21-20. Remember, the Broncos lost their first 5 of 6 games, but they're on a roll now with 3 consecutive wins. Gotta love that hustle from Russell. Good for you, big guy. Tonight on Monday Night Football, the 7-2 Chiefs are at home against the 8-1 Eagles. That should be a good one. Kickoff is at 5:15. In college football on Saturday, number 1 ranked Georgia played on the road against 18th ranked Tennessee. Georgia took the win handily 38-10. And number 5 ranked Washington played on the road against number 11 Oregon State. With rain pouring down, this game was close until the end, but Washington pulled out the win 22-20. USC, playing at home, took on crosstown rival UCLA. UCLA smashed all hopes for the rest of this season for USC, beating them 38-20. And the San Diego State Aztecs lost to San Jose 24-13. Boy, it was a rough sports week for most in Southern California. Moving on to the NBA. Over the weekend, the Lakers beat the Trailblazers and the Rockets. And the Clippers beat the Rockets on Friday. Tonight, the Clippers take on the Spurs at home. In National Hockey this weekend, the Kings, playing at home, beat the Blues 5-1. And tonight, the Kings are on the road against the Coyotes. Then the Ducks lost to the Panthers, but beat the Blues. Now let's talk science for a moment. Think about this if you are flying anywhere for Thanksgiving this week. Einstein's theory of relativity predicts time dilation, where time slows as speed increases. In a 1971 experiment, atomic clocks flown around the world on a jet showed a 1-minute discrepancy compared to static clocks, confirming this prediction. Additionally, gravity affects time, and farther from Earth's pull, time speeds up. While these effects are minute on Earth, near black holes, where gravity is intense, time distortion becomes significant. Falling into a black hole could, theoretically, allow time travel within the event horizon, acting like a one-way time machine. Whoa, buddy, was that too heavy for a Monday? Maybe, but next time you're on a plane, just be happy you probably got a smidge younger. And now what to look out for in the stock market this week. NVIDIA will host its third-quarter earnings call tomorrow. Keep an eye on that. Their stock is up about 60% in the last 6 months, so it will be interesting to see if they can keep up a full head of steam going into the end of the year. And in other news, Jeff Bezos, the lovable Amazon billionaire, wore a cowboy hat recently. And that was on the front page of the internet, so that must be important. Or maybe it's just a slow week because everyone has turkey on their mind. Sorry about that. Moving on to more of a local vibe, in our community spotlight. We are working with local yoga studios to bring you some free classes. Here's what we love about yoga. Yoga embraces a comprehensive health strategy, fostering flexibility, reducing stress, and enhancing mental well-being. Combining physical activity and mindfulness, it positively impacts vitality. Scientific studies affirm its benefits, linking yoga to improved heart health, lowered blood pressure, and enhanced sleep. It's a well-supported avenue for physical and mental well-being in just a few mindful minutes daily. So keep an ear out in the coming weeks for your opportunity to try out some local spots and get the blood pumping. Namaste, my friends. In other local news, two San Diego area restaurants, Jun E. Jolie in Carlsbad and Youngblood in San Diego, have secured spots in OpenTable's Top 100 list, showcasing diverse culinary experiences. The list, determined by OpenTable Diner Reviews, features in-demand restaurants across the country, with California leading the pack. Jun E. Jolie offers a 4-course menu reimagining French cuisine in the Southern California landscape, while Youngblood provides a curated, 90-minute, 3-course cocktail experience. Yum! I'm going to have to check those out very, very soon. And in entertainment news, Aardman Animations, the renowned studio behind the movies Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit, faces a clay shortage crisis. Oh no! The material for their iconic stop-motion projects was produced by a now-closed factory. Despite securing remaining stock, the studio may only have enough for their 2024 Wallace and Gromit feature, but not the rest of their projects, including Chicken Run 2. Bummer. Does anyone have any extra clay laying around? Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the thought of the day. This is your Monday morning reminder that you can handle whatever this week throws at you, including but not limited to eating turkey and watching football. I give you permission to take it easy this week. Just a few more days of work, and then we can take a bit of a mental break. Okay, now go out there and give someone a smile and a hug, and make sure they have someplace to have dinner on Thanksgiving. And that's a wrap for this morning. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow for more news and updates. Have an amazing day, my friends. Whether you're heading to work, an event, or just enjoying the day, stay safe and enjoy your day to the fullest. We'll be back tomorrow with another Sunny Mornings podcast. Thanks for tuning in.